We're slow tonight. Oh, we're live. This is the Long War. I'm Robbie B, and joining me once again is one of my partners in crime, Korean dictator Juice, and we have a special guest tonight, Greg Steiner from the Hobbytown USA here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Glad to be here.
Good. So interesting night or interesting week. Lots of crazy Tau rumors, and of course, you probably noticed that Greg is not Kenny Boucher. And we are all sitting in the Cat Emporium, the Cat Control Center here. And,
yo, dog.
Oh, Kenny's here all of a sudden.
Oh,
Where did he come from?
So I also learned recently that there is an underground Kenny drinking game going on during our webcast. Every time that Kenny says literally, apparently you're supposed to take a drink. Now, I cannot advise doing that because he says it a lot.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it because it reminds me of so many times I played the CSI Miami drinking game with Horatio Kane. Every time Horatio did an up down where he starts a conversation down like this and then comes up, that's a drink.
What about when he takes off the
every time he takes the sunglasses off, that's a drink. Every time he Supermans.
He does Superman.
So you make it to the first commercial.
Yeah, like that. Every time that he shoots somebody and kills them with holding sunglasses in the opposite hand, sunglasses here, gun here, you have to drink twice.
You can't get an accurate like downrange look when you have sunglasses on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's one of those, if you have to shoot down planes like he has to every once in a while, from putting here, it still blocks the sun from the shades being there. I mean, it makes sense.
I've been through that many times.
Yeah.
So anyways, we're sans Kenny. He's down in Miami picking up a new vehicle because
his new sled.
His new ghetto sled. I'm sure we'll be posting some pictures about that here. That's number one. Here soon. But we got lots to talk about tonight because I don't know if anybody has lived in a cave the past 2 days, but there's some Tau on the scene.
Well, I have lived in a cave for the last 2 days, and I still knew that Tau was coming out.
You want to show me on the picture where the naughty Tau touched you?
Yeah.
Tau's getting a new edition?
Yes.
Yo, first off,
my Games Workshop rep did not tell me anything about that.
This thing has missiles and guns on guns on guns on missiles and guns.
I heard you like guns.
Absolutely unbelievable. So what I love the most about this is that is a riptide. Now I know that it's further in the back and stuff like that.
I got a mugshot. There it is. Wait, yep.
Is that the stealth?
That's the new one. That's the Storm Surge, and then that's the Riptide, right?
So what are we thinking? Like 9 wounds?
Oh yeah,
maybe.
If it is less than a Gatling 12 shot gun that is all D, I would be surprised. I mean, each one of those missiles looks like it's.
You're saying that gun should be relocated somewhere else on the model?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, this thing looks dope. Like, I'm super stoked. I was talking to one of the guys that actually works at Greg's store, Darren Brown, which you've probably seen. If I posted a picture of a conversion on Spiky Bits and it has boobies, it's probably Darren Brown. He likes boobies.
Yeah, for Darren. Is an absolute
beast. He is very good at sculpting the boobies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
hobbyist.
Hold on, I need to go off on a tangent for a second. You know, Darren is the truth when it comes to green stuff and stuff. I've seen the stuff. His own custom war bosses, his own custom is absolutely unbelievable.
Literally.
I mean, I cannot imagine anything else. Some of his stuff has been featured in the White Dwarf multiple times.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
it's published.
Oh, so whoa, we got a celebrity.
Yeah, and actually, last thing, do you remember seeing out there on the interwebs the orc pictures of the commandos where they're like, I am a space marine, and I'm all in the
little shield, the space ring.
Yeah, and he's like, of course I am, and one's in the trash can. Yeah, those are Darren.
He said he did those, and I was like, are you kidding me? And then he's like, yeah, check it out, I made Mark II, and he has like a whole like buffet of the same guys, but he did them like better, and I was like, you're a maniac. Dude, seriously,
absolute maniac. But yeah, so
I don't think he sleeps much either.
No, I don't think he does either. So, anywho, so we got some Tau, we got some interesting stuff to talk about there as far as that goes, and we also want to hit on the new Long War League, right?
Yep.
Because Greg's going to be in it, so we want to talk to him.
Looking forward to it, literally.
Yeah.
You're already drunk by now.
Yeah. So, Yeah, the league is going to be amazing. Hopefully, we will start recording here very soon. I actually was just talking with some of the guys earlier tonight, trying to lock down a date. So we're going to get all that going and get some of your guys' feedback and see
Well,
what
it's
you
cool
think.
because we got people coming from Virginia, North Carolina, different parts of North Carolina.
Yeah,
actually.
the Southern Pines, Fayetteville.
North Carolina is like, it's kind of like Tennessee. Like, it's really long. Like, it takes you a while to get across it. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, exactly. So real quick, before we get any further, let's go ahead and do a rundown. Evan, what's going on? Checking in. Fortunately, no hobby for him last week, but I got some Blood Bowl in. Outstanding. Yo, Evan, is it true? But like, GW is coming out with new Blood Bowl rules, right? Is that a thing? Like,
I haven't heard that.
I have heard that there's some rumors that Greg, how are you feeling about this? Like, is this?
Well, yes. GW has told me nothing. I have no idea.
So first,
Literally.
if for everybody at home that plays poker like I do, he's lying. No, I have no idea, but he's lying.
You know,
It could be a thing. It
Right.
could be exciting. Christmas is coming.
So,
Is that
and
like-
he's starting a
it's
Blood
like
Angels, Sakaran. I don't know why I had trouble with that. Because I suck at reading. So, and actually, I was talking about Blood Angels with somebody earlier, and cannot wait to get my Blood Angels back on the table.
Yo, I just posted up a really cool Sakaran battle tank. It had some servos in it. It was sent in by, I want to say Damon Anderson, like in the UK or something. And I really liked it. Like he took normal 32 millimeter bases to cover up the sponson holes, and he put the wings of the sanguinary guard over the base. So it looked like it was a hatch, and it just had like some extra stuff, and it looked like it was magnetized. But the cool thing was that the turrets, like he had them on a servo, so like they rotated 90 degrees. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, sounds awesome. So keep going down here. Clay Cruz, what's going on, man? Haven't talked to you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Frank D checking in. Hey, y'all. First time making it live. Glad that you were able to join in tonight. Gabriel, it has been a long time, man. Hope life is treating you well. Oh, Lamont. I just realized I actually just skipped down 4 names because I just remembered. How's the little one? Let us know how everything is compared to any new news from last week. Black Tower Terrain checking in, and everybody's favorite, Steve Bruley.
He's always on like 5 minutes early. He's like, hey guys, we can't answer you yet, but hey,
Yo,
hey Steve.
I love it. And actually, you know what? Steve has been doing a hell of a job running some tournaments and stuff like that in the South Carolina area. So, man, like
Awesome.
A little later on, Steve, we're actually going to get with Greg here, and we're going to talk about running tournaments and leagues and stuff like that. So we'd love to have some of your input a little later on in the show.
Well, I definitely want to talk about Tabletop Market Watch, obviously. So the tower coming out. And I think I have a post that's going up at 9 o'clock tonight. I hope I remember to schedule it. If not,
I scheduled it for you. Don't worry.
If not, it'll be going up a little later tonight. Anywho, so, I was talking with Larry over at Bell Lost Souls, and, he's basically like, you realize there's like 2 white dwarfs that are like missing. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, look at this. And I was like, oh. So the white dwarf that leaked, this one right here, this is actually issue 89, right?
Coming.
Yeah. So we've seen issue 87. So there's 2 issues in between it that we haven't seen. But the really cool part is that, like, right here, it's basically like, hey, the Storm Surge battle suit, there's a little mini game in here. So it seems like if there's a little mini game in this issue of White Dwarf, that there would probably be already a release date for the Storm Surge thing, which means we could see some new Tau as early as October 3rd, which conversely or subsequently or in addition to
Also,
I like that. That's also.
Yeah. I just real quick.
I'm already drunk.
Yeah, don't lose your train of thought here, but I want you to know, hot off the wires, OBJ Tim has texted in. I want you to know I had to read this 3 times because he literally said 10 minutes into the show, and I'm already drunk. So,
I knew it.
So I had to
fight
piece
is
that
real.
together.
You guys keep it up, literally.
Yeah, seriously. Stop drinking. Just stop drinking right now. You will not make it the full hour.
This will not be over quickly.
You will not enjoy
this.
this.
Why do you guys have drinks? Where's mine? I think I forgot to get mine. I'll be back.
All right, hit it up. You know where it's at.
There's a dead cat in there.
No, I hope not. Oh, that is Andy Cat.
Okay, Rob, I'm sorry. I promise I'm going to let you talk. But
Okay.
Lamont,
I know
feel
exactly
like
what
we're
I'm going
going.
to say.
So the baby is doing good, and thankfully she looks like her mother, and I mean, awesome. I'm so glad to hear it.
Moms like that.
Though robbing him of his hobby time, which I absolutely can understand that for sure. You can't turn away from. So I absolutely love, man. Nothing but great love for you, Lamont, and super happy to hear it.
Wait till they start walking.
Yeah, one of our mutual friends, Lucas, that was one of the major things. He was like, "Oh man, I can't wait till my babies walk and everything else." I'm like, "Dog, just so you know, that might not be true. You might not want her, slamming over everything and ooh, look at this, crash, 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 So,
It's
but either
all
way,
over after that.
Robbie
Yeah,
B,
it
please
really
continue. I apologize.
Okay, so October 3rd, maybe new town, maybe new Storm Surge. This guy right here, the guy with all the missiles. And what also is cool about October 3rd is that same weekend, if you're into Star Wars Armada, I recently got into Star Wars Armada. And look, I really enjoy it more than X-Wing. I think it's a little bit higher a degree of beer and pretzels to tactical play. I feel like it's plays about the same length as a Warhammer 40K game, but there is tournament system, so you're supposed to speed it up a little bit. Haven't got to that level yet, still learning. Finally on the advanced rules. But I've been giving a lot of demos, and I think people are really starting to feel it out there. So, I kind of feel bad. I was like, I don't have time for another game, and then I played it. I was like, that was so wrong.
The plastic crack track marks are still on his wrist. Where he's been injecting himself. Like this is the psychosis is real.
But the cool thing is, and Greg can attest to this because he's running the the Massiness Solist event.
That's right.
So there's this really cool Armada event where you can get the new ships, kind of like the Kessel Run did in December 2012 for
serious
X-Wing.
prize support.
Yeah, you can get the two new ships, the Imperial Star Destroyer, the Home One, and then you've got the Imperial Raider, and I forget what the third ship. Oh no, it's the Bounty Hunters. They're coming out with the Bounty Hunters, right? I don't know. I think there's 4 ships up for grabs.
Okay.
Either way, it's going to be pretty cool, and that's the same weekend as this Tau stuff. So going into October, there's a lot of hobby hype out there, for some of these games and stuff. And I'm really stoked to see all this stuff coming together and October. And then 2 weeks later, October 16th and 18th is the 40K Open, which is the new games day in the UK. We don't get them here in America because we don't, whatever. Insert
only where
reason
half
here.
the hobby base resides, but
insert reason here, tell me about it. So, but there's a lot of cool stuff coming for October. I'm really stoked, but there is that 2 weeks in between where we might see, the Storm Surge suit, and now we're hearing there's the Age of Battle or the Realm of Battle board for Age of Sigmar, and also in addition to we might see the new Bloodthirster, which is the big rumor right now, Scarbrand or whatever, but nobody knows for sure. So until we see pictures, there's still 2 weeks of something coming.
So I also need to know, where is our Chaos love at? All this stuff for the longest. Where's our Zinch Demonkin? Our Slanesh? I mean, is anything else on the horizon, Robbie B? What's you let me know. Well, what you say is law. So if you say it's coming out, it's coming out. You have never once been wrong, ever.
I've been off by a month or two, a couple weeks, but I have noticed that GW loves to drop Xenos and crazy shit, from October to December. They don't put out new releases in December. Usually it's hobby bundles and things, army deals.
Now that the Hobbit's over, we're not pushing that one as much. So it leaves room for other things to come up.
Yeah, I don't even,
For 3 months of Sigmar, I can't imagine a holiday season of Sigmar. Not that I don't like it, but I need a little 40K action right now.
I think everybody does. Please raise your hand, comment if you want to see some more 40K. I think Age of Sigmar is a good game, but they kind of just maybe did too.
They came in too hot.
They came in too hot.
They came in way too hot with
did.
it.
They should have let up on the gas halfway through or something. I don't know.
And I just,
so
I kind of preached for a second, gave a little sermon to all the fantasy players out there that, want to complain about where their game is at and this, and talking about it. Look, always Evan is saying he's giving me so much fuel inside about such a passionate Blood Bowl player. And he's telling me how, player-based people have made PDFs and rules for people to play on. This isn't even a major big company. It's not GW isn't backing it. So always don't ever quit playing your game that you love. But GW pumped the brakes on this Age of Sigmar stuff.
And plus, they've been putting out it's just you get some good stuff, and then it seems like they keep saving better stuff for the end rather than up front.
Like, why didn't they come in hot with that Celestin Prime week 1?
Yeah,
like
it was tabletop glory right there.
I mean, that's what the End Times Fantasy did. They came out with Nagash, and everybody's losing their shit over Nagash in the End Times. Why didn't they start with that? I literally don't get it sometimes.
So I really have a question. Should we all just slap ourselves for anybody not realizing that Fantasy was going to go by the wayside when they literally said the game is called End Times?
Well, I've heard they've blown up the world several times over and always regurgitated it in some shape or format, but this time they really did.
No, it's game over.
Well, I mean, that really begs the question, I feel like would Age of Sigmar done better if they didn't shit all the fluff? They didn't just say, hey, everything's dead. Here's this new shit you got to learn. There's kind of some familiar faces, but we're mostly... Don't get me wrong. I love the game. I love how it plays. I love the simplicity to it. I love the coolness factor of it. But from a business standpoint, they did it, a lot of it, to, copyright some of these names like Sylvaneth, what they call in the dwarfs. I don't even care. I don't even know. They're dwarfs. And, just stuff like that, or the elves or the elves. Or
they could have started this with probably where everybody else starts, in the fluff. If they had developed a fluff base of novels, kind of give a spoiler alert,
or transition and not just shit it and restart it. I feel like that was the biggest thing for people, is they're just wait, you destroyed everything and you want me to play this new thing?
It's a lot to build up.
That's just human
all over again.
Yeah, that's just human nature. I don't want to. It
was already established.
How do you feel about this? The whole 40K or fantasy universe got squatted.
Damn. Too soon?
Well, I'll just say that the fight is real. I talk to the GW rep every week. Probably goes nowhere, but I am taking credit for one thing. I did tell them to fix the Eldar Wave Serpent Jink rule, and they did. So maybe.
So first off, if you ever need any rules fixed that you don't like, just tell Greg Steiner. Check him out.
I'm trying to get him to own their rules and FAQ a few things.
Please flood his Facebook messages and everything else with rules that you want fixed. Fixed.
Yeah, it's like Blood Angels and Space Wolf, Dreadnoughts.
Gene Stealers are going to get assault grenades by the end of the week.
Harlequins.
Yep.
Well, they're okay. Howling Banshees need grenades too, by the way.
Yeah.
Then everything in the Eldar Codex would be perfect.
Yeah. Obviously, I look at my face and tell me how sad I am about Howling Banshees. So, Sal checking in. I'm so glad to see you, man. Thanks for checking in. He said he's so happy to see all fellow veterans and gamers here tonight. He's a little late, but better late than never. He also says he wants to say, hope Kenny is checking out his new Mad Max automobile and is excited to have Greg on, and so he can shed some 40K insight.
Cool, thanks. That'll take 2 seconds. Over to you, Rob.
Yep. So
it's not like that.
Here we go. As for Demons or Chaos Space Marine Codex coming out, especially Zinch, is about as true as hopefully as a Sisters of Battle going plastic. Oh, well, I love it. Sorry to hit you with the truth juice, but probably gonna have to wait till next quarter, no doubt. I'm so glad you put me on that track, Sal. I would much rather see plastic Sisters of Battle over some Chaos joints, because Sisters of Battle is my absolute love. I had 60 sisters, just battle sisters, 3 Retributor squads, and nothing but heavy bolters, heavy flamers, and a squad of multi-meltas. That's literally what their book was.
The only prequel or preview I get as a store owner is when a box kit is no longer available or a codex is no longer being stocked. So,
and even then, it might be 3 months later.
They're changing a few things. So the Tau Codex went to paperback a couple of months ago. That was a primer. The Astra Militarum Codex went to paper.
That's
for
true.
Some odd reason. Although I haven't heard anything about their kits. And then I knew a couple weeks ago the Tau, the Fire Warriors, and the Crisis Suits are getting something reboxed. I'm telling everybody it's going to be grab guns. But
what
I have no knowledge.
Yeah, well, what army was that? I apologize. What's getting reboxed?
The Fire Warriors.
Oh, cool!
Yeah.
Awesome.
And the Crisis Suits are also
so
getting
fresh.
If you check our Law and Order SVU mugshot here, you can, well, you guys have probably seen this at home, but these guys right here, these Fire Warriors, these are definitely new. Like,
yeah, those are definitely new heads.
Yep, they're definitely new heads, and they got what looks like different guns-ish.
We've already seen the new Riptide box. So the new Tau is going to come in that blue-gray box.
Oh, that's true.
They've done away with the orange-yellow look. They've got a whole new look. It's got like a more sleek camouflage.
If you want, for all the rules and stuff you want changed, Greg Steiner will get those. For all painting and stuff that you want to see your future 40K models in those White Dwarfs, just let me know. Because I have the bead, a BB. And I get all that stuff fixed from GW. So
I put BBs in my paint so I can shake them up.
So Steve Bruley, thanks for letting us know. There is already a player-made 9th edition fantasy battles.
Really? I've heard of that. There's actually 2. There's a German one and one out in Kentucky. So folks out there did one.
So what is this one?
So this one is the one he said people seem to really enjoy it.
Okay.
It's made by the ETC guys, and it's
Germany guys.
It's obviously super competitive. So I mean, I could really get behind that. So
I'm curious how many of the guys have jumped over to Kings of War 2, because they are definitely trying to embrace what GW seems to have left behind.
Well, it's funny because, you brought up Mantic, right, with Kings of War. Mantic has a Kickstarter coming out on the 21st for Warpath, and their preview miniatures, or at least their computer-generated designs, look really good. And it seems like their company's come a long ways in the past couple of years. Quality-wise, like you see some of the stuff that they've done in the past, just kind of like, eh. But then you see like some of the stuff that they're showing shots of right now, and you're like, I don't know.
They're up in their A game.
Yeah, and it seems like they're making a big, like we knew they were going to make a play on the square-based market, but to see them going after like 40K so aggressively, it's really interesting to see.
Some neat conversions. That Hailstorm Cannon's a nice Thunderfire.
Yep. Sure is.
And at $21. Not bad.
Yeah, not 55, 59.
Well, you got to buy the Tech Marine. That's true. But even at $20 for a Tech Marine.
I feel like that's good value.
So going back to our Age of Sigmar talk, Frank is saying that he feels like Age of Sigmar, if it was released as a supplement play instead of necessarily the hostile takeover that it looks like it's been, that it would be taking on more full shape instead of kind of where we're at now with it. And I agree. Like I'm not, and he's saying even more, he's not a fantasy guy. I'm not either. I played Skaven and I kind of had some fun with them, but I feel you on that, man. Like
kind of curious about Sigmar being a prequel for 40K. Thoughts?
I don't think they could do it. They wouldn't need to. I mean, 40K is popular enough.
Yeah.
But we would see it coming if it was going to happen.
Yeah, I want you to know, too, we wouldn't be like some fantasy players burning my army on the internet. I would literally burn GW down. Let's not get it twisted.
Just buy them out.
Okay, like I would not burn my.
It'd be like Green Bay. We own this team.
Yeah,
let's take it over.
Yeah, first off, you think you have rights in Europe? You don't. This is America.
I think that's a problem with Americans right now. I'm not sure. You may be buying into our stereotype.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I don't know.
No, I'm just completely joking.
That's right. The Army spent 20 years shaping me for this moment.
Yeah.
Watch out, GW.
I'm just kidding, but GW, don't you fucking think about it. Get that out of here. So I just want all the Age of Sigmar to fail so they don't try to do that to 40K Emperors. I feel the exact same way.
I don't think we have to worry about it. At least not right now in 2015.
All right, so I'll stop this, Darius. Stop the panic.
Yeah, but no, I need to know when we call to arms, who of our veterans are literally going to pick up and say, "All right, I'm with the bombing raids." I need to know right now who I can email and start phone calling if it happens.
I'm gonna start working for Anonymous. We'll hack them from the inside.
I don't think we can talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. We're moving on.
I'm serious. Just kidding. So Clay Cruz is saying his wallet is done in October. Everything that has been talked about is taken over his wallet.
Show me on the picture where he touched you.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Clay wants to be touched all over by these new Tau. He's a big Tau fan and actually got a smoking deal last time he was in. Hit Point Hobbies came down for the event. So, yeah.
Nice.
So, definitely, Clay, it was great seeing you. And, matter of fact, Clay, if you can, I know it's a little bit of a drive, and all the other veterans and everybody watches this, the tournament coming up, you guys will see this. So, this is give you some time to prepare. But there's a tournament at Hobbytown, and
on the 19th.
we've got a Greg.
That's
got
right.
Greg, a
we're not
hobby
like
town.
we're not like your typical hobby town. We actually play games. We have a pretty good sized game room.
Yeah,
And I play games too.
Yeah, truth. There
True.
is a really good sized game room in the back. Like I hadn't been in a while. Matter of fact, I hadn't seen
like
the new location.
Eight tables.
That's over 2,000
at the
feet,
very
so-
least. I mean, I think you can fit more in there if you wanted.
Yeah, we can fit
Yeah, it was like
15, 20 tables comfortably.
maybe like a month ago or so. Like I hadn't been to the new location and stuff. And yeah, I go up and it was Thursday night. Is that your game night? Is that right?
It's a fun crowd. I think we get about 40 to 50 guys up there.
I mean,
And
dude,
gals.
it was
A little bit of
slammed.
everything.
Yeah, every table was filled with something new.
Something, yeah.
It didn't matter if it
X-Wing,
was
Pathfinder,
Yeah.
40K.
Yep, guys hobbying, guys putting and modeling together, the terrain guys.
Mm-hmm. Train
Yeah,
masters.
train masters.
Train
The guy that does
masters.
the train for
Built some
the
neat stuff.
Long War.
Yeah, so there was it had a lot going on. I was really surprised. So I'm not saying
War
like
Machine Hordes, we got that league going on too.
Yep.
So Privateer's still out there lurking,
Some Star Wars X-Wing, some Star Wars Armada.
right?
yo, big X-wing following you guys have.
It's popular.
So
Very
like what I
popular.
did there.
Yeah, well, I'm see, we talked about GW. Now you got me thinking about Disney, and they're limited exclusive to Target.
Well, I want to talk about that for a minute. I got the inside scoop on that, and the whole, like, I can see where retailers, if I was still a retailer, I'd be pissed as a retailer, because it seems like FFG is fucking it up sometimes, where they give shit to Target, they give shit to Barnes & Noble. But here's the thing, like, Disney was in charge of the Force Friday, like, Disney was in charge of talking to these retailers that they dealt with, because it's Disney. They've dealt with people for 50, 60 years, and they're like, hey, would you like in on this exclusive thing? And FFG, being the smart company I feel like they are, is like, hells yes, we would. What would you like us to sell? And they're like, I don't know. How about then these new little toys? All right, we're down. So each store, 207 stores, got 9 of the starters. Okay, I don't think that's that bad, to be honest, because there's only a certain amount of people that are going to be out, a bunch of stupids out at midnight to get a stupid Star Wars starter. Yeah, that was me. And then videoing it 15 minutes later, as soon as I got home, for the internet.
What a tryhard.
I know, right? The funny part was I had the little stamp, the Target stamp. It was Target, and it was on my hand because I had to get in line. And they're like, "Yo, you're in the Target club." I was like, "What? Yo, where are your drinks?"
It's not like you were hanging out in the lingerie aisle waiting until midnight hit, right?
There was nothing cool about it. There was no drinks. There was no fun.
Because Target's all about pre-releases and
yeah.
that kind of thing.
So I managed to score one of the starters, obviously, because I did a video of it. And it was fun. But I tell you what, from the retailer standpoint, I'd be mad. And so, like, obviously, Greg's a little mad about it because he's a retailer. But he'll still make some money this weekend when the starters come in.
Yep. It comes out. It is shipped today, as a matter of fact. So we'll see it Friday.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. I got a lot of copies coming in.
Yo, hot off the wires. OBJ Tim is also saying, with this new Tau Knight that is coming out,
We're back on Tau.
There
he
we
wants
go.
to
Stay
know
on
when
focus.
the Orc Mechanaut, Gorka Mega Orcanaut is going to get Knight status. Never. This is what we'll do.
Next codex.
OBJ, when you and I play, you will literally just play with this model. The model that you have, but
It's a
just say it's a
Gargant
Knight.
creature.
Just say it's a Knight.
Yeah.
Just say it's whatever weapons you want to have on it. For the 400 points or whatever they run, 370, that is what it is. Matter of fact, hold on. I got a guy inside.
More than a Knight? Seriously?
No.
No wonder I don't see a lot
no.
of them fielded.
I think they're 1 million points, but I've got a guy inside. His name is Greg Steiner, and I will get with him about Greg. Make sure you fix the new work stuff. So I got it in. Don't worry
I'm
about it,
already
man.
working on it.
We got you covered.
Yeah.
So Sal is
one
coming in.
FAQ at a time, by the way. Sorry, brother.
Sal is coming in and saying that he had the Spiky Bits page. I know that guy.
I do
He-
too.
That's
my cat.
He is a 10 out of 10 on the new Tau rumors coming out next month. He's loving it.
Good deal.
I try. I might not, we might not nail it like week by week, but we're plus or minus a week or two. It's like the polls, like plus or minus 5 points.
Yeah, 80% of the time you're always right.
Yeah.
After a
100% of the
survey
time.
of 27 constituents in
Yeah.
the hobby community, we've been able to extrapolate this information.
Oh, also,
This
I
is
got
exactly
to
how we
go.
do it.
And all this is great. What do you know? Nothing. GW hasn't told me anything. You're gonna have to source that one.
It's funny because he's like asking me stuff, and I'm like, aren't you don't you have an account? And he's like, yeah, but they don't tell me anything. I was like,
Mum's the word. It's the best kept secret. The guy selling this stuff are the last to know.
Love it.
Well, the funny part is if you look, and I haven't really touched on this yet, and these are basically, well, here you can kind of see on this picture, and I'm probably going to write about this here soon. See this mark right here? If any of you are familiar with baseball cards or any sort of uncut sheets of anything, this mark right here, this is a printer's mark, right? So these are uncut sheets. This isn't the White Dwarf put together, stapled together. This is the front, this is the back cover, and the front, the front cover here. These are uncut sheets laying flat on a table. So these were pictures
at the printers.
Yep, these were pictures at the printer early while they're assembling the White Dwarfs. So these were either promo pictures sent to GW that were leaked, or this is somebody, and I judge it says somebody by this telltale iPhone headphone little socket piece right here. So he's probably listening to music, just doing his job, just some guy doing his job, and either he's into 40K or he's like his friend told him, hey man, if you see some robots on the cover, text me those pictures.
Well, I won't give away my rep, but my GW rep, but I love the guy. He's a great guy. But yeah, he's like, yeah, I saw the pictures on Bella Blossols. They look pretty hot, don't they? I'm like, because they don't know. They don't tell those guys anything.
I mean, they don't.
The week before.
And I've said it on the show before. I was like, yo, when you go into a GW store, the guy, the owner-operator, he's not an owner, but the operator guy that runs the store, the manager, he's just like any other dude. He's like the dude who works at Starbucks. He's just there. He's working a job. He's just an honest guy trying to make some money.
He might get weeks' notice.
He doesn't know shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't take it out on these guys. These aren't, even the guys at the headquarters here in America, or excuse me, it's not the headquarters anymore. Out in Memphis, those guys,
head sales team, they don't know.
They just don't know. They get told stuff from England, and that's pretty much it. Like it's just a weird way of operating business. And I think we can all agree with the fact that GW might not operate the way we want, but we love their shit. So we're just going to keep buying it. There's not much. There's no point to bitching it.
Yeah. I think we all can agree something else. Robbie B just Law and Ordered CSI the shit out of that piece of paper. I wouldn't even prepare for that.
It's evidence.
Seriously,
look at the fingerprint it. Look at the color, employee.
Yo, look at the color pictures. This is flat. Look at this. This is laid flat. This is a cut. Yeah. This is not a stapled.
First off, I walked into the Beats laboratory and I knew something was up when I saw a DNA kit, fingerprint test, and a pregnancy test.
You don't have to swab me anymore, do you?
Yeah, it's like
that test analysis is rough.
I'm trying to figure out why Robbie B is checking those pieces of paper for semen. I don't know what he's finding out, but like I'm just telling you, that was an amazing, amazing job right there. So Sal I can be in complete agreement with you when saying if Sisters of Battle, and guys, let me know if you agree with this. If Sisters of Battle come out in plastic kits and with, I'll even go as far to say a quasi, Sal is saying a super legit, I would say a quasi legit book. Would you drop what you were doing and pick up SOBs?
I mean, it'll prove my point that GW really doesn't hate women.
I don't think they hate women. I don't know.
Astral Vec says otherwise.
In the 41st millennium?
Not really.
Yeah, no, because Astral Vec took all of them and put them on his ship. Okay.
I think one of them was the Sisters of Battle, actually. One of the slave girls.
Emperor, says Gorka Mega Supernaut needs to be a super heavy so bad. No, I completely agree with you, man. Like that guy is garbage.
I actually forgot about him.
Wasn't that what the Stomp is for?
Yeah, and the Stompa is definitely legit, but it's just such a double-edged sword. Big. Yeah, it's like where we have to go from because a Stompa and my Hierophant is on the same level. Yeah, and it's like why can't we have something in between? I mean, I've got like a million monstrous creatures. That's what one of my armies is known for, and they all suck. I still play them, but they're all garbage. Like, why can't I get Wraith Knight status?
They're pretty nice, augmented with the Legion of the Damned, as I recall.
I mean, I heard that if you give armies that don't have ignore cover, high strength, low AP weapons, like I heard that was good. So.
Kenny's talking about a new list with chaos and some very unsuspecting allies.
Ooh.
I'm not going to spoil it for him.
No spoiler alert.
I heard you stole my thunder.
Literally stole my thunder.
So before I hit up any more of the Q&A, because we are jam-packed tonight, I would like to...
It's almost like there was a 40K release or something.
Yeah.
Hey!
I would like to let everybody know that I am a proud owner of a Demacheron. Pretty excited about it.
Oh, sweet.
That new super big thing that's kind of like the in-between level that I was just talking about. And I cannot wait. We are less than 10 days away from having...
So for those that don't know what a Demacheron is, school me.
All right, so it is the step above a Trigon kit. You know, it's about like the height level. And it is our close combat juggernaut. I'm not gonna say that he is
like a soul Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, it's somewhat like he is. He's a beast. He's like literally a beast, and but he does work. You know, so I'm actually I can get behind this dude. And actually, a list that I'm gonna be playing that I'm pairing him with is 15 Ravagers, a Demacheron. You know, the Swarm Lord. Gonna have it's gonna be. I can't wait. Like,
is this painted by Barely Tabletop?
Yeah, BTTQ is gonna be in full effect.
Yo, check out the BTTQ. I don't think it's called that. It's Barely Tabletop on Facebook.
Yep.
Yo, they do good work for not a lot of money.
And fast.
Yeah. Mostly fast.
Yep.
When babies aren't involved.
When babies are involved, it's quasi fast.
Yeah, it's mostly fast.
So,
wipes. It's a appreciating process. I understand.
That's seriously exactly what Luke's like. I've got an hour and 25 minutes while she's sleeping, and I was like, "That's almost an army. Hour and 25 minutes. Got it."
Seriously.
I
have the worst time judging like kids and like whether they're in diapers or whether they're like not in diapers, because I'm old, shocker, and all my friends have kids or that are my age, and yeah, I don't know how that happened. Greg's got.
I needed a hobby a lot sooner. That's all I'll say.
Clearly, nothing wrong with that. So, anyways, I always try to figure out like who's in diapers and who's not or whatever. Oh,
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to interrupt again, but Evan is actually just letting us know that we're lagging out kind of bad. So I'm thinking maybe what we're going to do.
The internet's been bad here the past couple of days.
Yeah, and I know our camera's kind of zooming in and out. So maybe what we're going to do for the rest of the show, we will try not to talk with our hands. And this is a drinking game for ourselves, and we aren't going to move. We're going to stand just like this.
Okay. Is that the problem?
Are we there yet?
I feel like.
Should I start lip syncing?
Yeah, Greg, stop moving so much.
Sorry.
So, Rob, I apologize.
No, it's all good. I was just talking about kids, and that was it.
Yeah, little kitties.
I don't know. How did I get on that?
We were talking about painting, and then
Lucas,
babies.
Yeah, Lucas has a kid, and
shading, and
kids get sick,
and
all that stuff, and
well, if we need kids, we can have the birds and bees talk on this episode.
It turns out kids are not like cats. You cannot just leave water and food out for them.
No, I think you can. I think that's fine. Government won't get mad at that. Nobody.
No, I was told that's not a thing.
So, man, we've got. I love the Q&A right now. It's a little bit everywhere. So
I'm just gonna. People are listening tonight.
So, we are on the upwards.
More than 10.
Yeah,
more than 10.
There's 10 plus the three of us. We're all listening. So
there's 3 cats in here somewhere. They're watching too.
The Stampa is overpriced.
It is.
Obsec transport. I completely agree. But the Gorka Morkanaut is a better utilized, with. Oh, I lost a question here, and I lost my.
Oh, I took your mouse. Here you go.
Darn cats everywhere stealing mice and stuff. What can I say? Sal, I'm going to get back to that question as soon as I clear some more because it went away.
There's a lot of people asking questions.
Yep. All right, so I'm just
don't be shy. Ask your questions. It gives us plenty to talk about in the podcast, which is next.
Right. Oh, so Frank, no lagging on his end. So thanks, man. Yeah. So hopefully, maybe we just fixed it a little bit. We'll try.
I was drinking too fast. Sorry, fellas, ruined the whole thing.
So I hope everyone gets new plastic SOBs, but I will never give up chaos. So, Black Tower Terrain, I'm with you on that. I couldn't give up my NIDs. I've went down that path before. I don't know if you've heard some of the early episodes and we were on another podcast. I had dark times in my days. Just imagine Black Tower, what would have to happen to you to sell all your chaos?
So let me pose a question. I I have to admit, I started with Eldar, and I think they're the good guys. In my mind, they are.
Mm.
And I pretty much only
okay.
play Imperials because I
It's probably
still think
better.
they're kind of the goody two-shoes guys, too. My son plays Chaos, but I won't touch him.
That's
Oh.
crazy. The only
There's
good
nothing wrong
guys in
with
the
that.
universe are the Tyranids. Like I just you can't get me to think any other way. Like we're not biased.
Nope.
We're not honestly. You think about this. Let me just try to break
Just
it down.
treat
Let me
everybody
just,
the same.
yeah, we treat everybody the
Scoop 'em
same.
out.
There's no biasness. There's no whatever. We will take over anybody's homeworld and not think about it. There's no book that we're following that we're gonna trifle somebody or stab somebody in the back. We're not gonna take over your world and enslave your people and cut them up. We're just gonna meet everybody. Is that so bad? I mean, come on, like
Only if you don't want to be eaten.
Yeah. I don't want.
You guys are good, and I'm a little currently. So you're collecting the Sisters Army as well. So Clay, I like to hear.
Oh, that's right. He's been sending me
I
pictures
know
of
a
his
few guys
paint
that
scheme.
scored some sweet armies on eBay.
The
I know my
base.
buddy Matt picked up like 80 Sisters for a ridiculous price. And yeah, they
Okay.
look pretty amazing. And
It's gonna
there's
be
nothing-
jelly when Plastic Sisters come out.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, he's got all those. What is that random thing that shoots like D6?
Oh, the Exorcist.
Oh yeah, that thing looks like a pipe organ.
Yep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think so cool.
And
I
that
think it's
super
actually-
transport that can pop out like 4 Melta shots out of it, and
Ooh, okay, all right.
The emulator.
I've got-
that's ridiculous.
Yep.
I
It's really
got
The
good.
super rhino that Space Marines don't have.
So I'm posing a question for everybody, all the veterans and stuff, and you guys here, and I know Robbie B, you have a plethora of Forge World knowledge. I need you to tap into your memory banks right now. What model has GW put out that is better than the Forge World variant of it?
Better?
Yeah.
No.
And now you can't think about it, right? The Sisters of Battle Exorcist.
Oh yeah, because the Exorcist was just like those two
Two little circle like turrets. Yeah, you know,
Okay,
like
all right, that's the one. They get one.
I mean, that's what I'm
Because
trying to
look,
think.
the Trigon, not better
Mm-mm.
in plastic. The Valkyrie Vendetta kit, not better in plastic. Still good and way cheap. Oh, Space Marine Drop Pod, not better in plastic.
Gotcha.
Way
So,
more detailed in resin.
anybody else out there, please let us know if there's. Did we miss anything? I think it can be the only one. I think it's the only one out there.
Yeah,
There
because
we go.
all of that defense train and stuff that they took away, that stuff was really nice in resin too. Yeah, they
I
stopped all
confess
that
I'm
too.
unfamiliar. I mean, I've seen the new stuff, but
Yeah.
like the Landspeeder Tempest, those aren't around anymore, are they?
No, it's still
Well, it
stuff.
just runs as a normal Landspeeder, though, right?
Mhm.
I think
I
it might
think
have
so.
rules. I think it has rules.
I have a couple of them, and I don't even.
They're cool.
I haven't even used them yet.
They got like twin
Part of
link
my-
crack launchers and stuff. I think.
Ooh.
Hashtag the struggle is real. eBay wars. Via Sal. That's true.
It's hard to
Yeah.
live on a budget.
It
Do you know?
real.
Do you know how many things I've won I didn't even need? But the second somebody started clicking against me, I'm like, hell no!
Yeah.
I'm not giving this up.
the venerable Mark Parker texted me today. He's like, "Yo, I heard you had such and such," and my response, and like I didn't say anything to him, and I was like, "No, I don't have that." He's like, "Oh, well, I lost a bid on eBay," and I was like, I was just thinking to myself, and I was like, he's like, "Yes, I know how to use eBay," because Mark's an older friend. You know, he's been on the webcast and stuff before. You know, he's got the AOL email address that we tease him about. So
I had a friend who was in here today, and he's like at the store, and I'm like, Juno.com, really?
wow.
I haven't seen that in a long. You
That's
might as well be putting up Earthlink.com.
Yeah, or CompuServe, what came before AOL. Oh my gosh. Yo, you got that CompuServe? Dang.
Nice.
Going back.
Pretty
So plastic Baneblade. How do we feel about that?
It's not
Al?
more it's not
Okay.
more detail.
I don't know.
Kit,
I'll
there's
have
a
to
lot of
look.
options on it. That's
I'll
for
have
sure.
to look. It might be more detailed.
Just so we
actually.
know, we'll just go to the closet. Robbie B has 2 of everything that is ever made.
Possible.
I do have a plastic bandit.
Ooh, so that is a double. That is 2 now votes.
What?
Evan and Emperors both say that the plastic Baneblade is better. We got a twofer.
You might be right.
Yeah, hey. So
that was
this-
one of the very first big kits they put out, and it wasn't as good
How long
as it
has
could have
Forge
been.
World been cranking out models?
I want to say like 99,
Yeah.
2000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Well,
So-
it was a GW employee, right? Making them on the side.
Yeah,
and then
he
kind of got nested within.
Yeah, he convinced them to give him the license. Tony Control, and yeah, they've done well ever since.
Stuff,
yeah.
I wouldn't think it's a big studio, is it?
For like sculptors?
Yeah, is it a big staff?
Like it's like 10. I know they just lost the guy that was doing all the Primarchs, the Israel guy.
They lost him. They better find him back, man. I want to see the lion.
No, they still got people.
Okay,
they still got people. I think Mark Bedford's doing some, from what I heard.
So what about this Horus Heresy? Is that a tie-in? Nobody's talked about that yet.
The plastic stuff?
Yeah,
nobody knows. We just saw those sprues, and nobody knows what they're going to go with, like what they're going to work with. Obviously, you know, I did an article, and I was like, you know what? I wonder what this whole plastic thing is, because we saw the switch to the Forge World upgrades, you know, about a year and a half ago, and I was like, that's really weird that they're not putting out like whole models anymore as much. So I went and looked at Forge World's website, and literally over a third of Horus Heresy models are all upgrade kits for the Astartes. So it makes sense they're going to come out with plastic stuff, because you buy the plastic stuff and then boom, you want to upgrade it to the cool, you know, Forge World Horus Heresy stuff. I want to play my Imperial Fist.
So you're talking like Mark II or Mark III legs?
Right, or whatever, you know, or your Imperial Fist shoulder pads, your heads, your torsos.
Because in theory, they would have all had the same armor, basically.
Right.
All legions were the same.
Well, apparently, at the time of the heresy, the majority of legions had like Mark IV and Mark V armor. Iron Warriors had primarily Mark III. You know, some other legions had some different things. Blood Angels had a lot of Mark V. Imperial Fist stole a lot of Mark IVs, Mark Vs from Mars. So, you know, it just kind of went back and forth. So what's really cool is, you know, people are going to get these plastic kits, and then they're going to buy Forge World stuff to go with it because it's so cheap, supposedly.
I know. Makes sense. You know, I got to check out. I accidentally ordered something from Chapter House, and you said something the other day because
you know, it's funny. I was talking about it. And you're like, wait a minute.
Yet.
Wait a minute. Well, nobody knows what's going on. Like, they're not saying anything, and that's the thing. Like, I posted up that article because a lot of people were hitting me up about it, and then I went and checked their Facebook, and sure enough, there's like pages of people trying to get in touch with them. There's threads on DACA about it, but nobody's talking, you know, and it's just like, hey, what's going on? Just say something, dog.
Yeah, because I forgot all about that one until you told me the other day, and I'm like, man, I hope I didn't just get bid on.
Well, I mean,
only
if you
$25,
if you pay with PayPal, you could always
go dispute it.
Yep.
So Steve Bruley is saying this is actually the Blood Oath book. I know that we talked about that when our boy EJ brought it over and got it in, but so it looks like he might be able to get a chance to try out the new formation that was in the exclusive Warhammer World Blood Oath book.
Which one?
In a local tournament. It's the Bloodletter and Crusher Resurrection.
Oh, the demon one. I don't remember what that does. I know I got it listed. I got it in my iPad somewhere, but
it's chaos.
Yeah, let us know what it does.
Yo,
I forget what that one does.
Yeah, Steve. A couple things. Let us know what it does. You know, if you can tonight, so we can talk about it, and then let us know. Especially keep us posted on how all that goes down. Frank is also coming in and saying that the Citadel Exorcist was dangerous. You had to hope a sore loser wouldn't throw it at you in a rage, a 5-pound piece of metal coming at you.
Yo, speaking of 5-pound piece of metal, I got hit square in the chest with a Tyranid Hive Tyrant. My friend Gatsky's
I was about to say, like, I would never do that to you, dog.
Girlfriend at the time took offense to something I said. I don't remember if I deserved it or not. Clearly, I would never say anything offensive to a woman, but I got it chucked at me nonetheless, and I was bruised for days.
I can imagine.
I guess you had that one coming.
I might have. I don't remember. I just remember I got hit with a Tyranid Hive Tyrant. That's all I remember.
Is he still alive? Are they still together?
No.
Yeah.
Could have saw that.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
Kind of.
Because after it hit me, it hit the floor and shattered into pieces.
Yeah. Relationship over.
Yeah.
Any girlfriends or any girls that listen to the show, do not dare.
It reminds me of that meme. My greatest fear is that my wife will sell my Warhammer models for what I told her I paid for them.
At a garage sale.
Oh my.
Let alone beat you to death with one of them. That's the threat.
It could happen.
That's terrible.
Some of these models are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So Sal is kind of saying, look at this dude trying to tell the loyalists that Tyranids are fair. Starship Troopers didn't teach us that. First off, who went to Planet B looking for trouble? Okay?
It's a bug planet.
Planet K. It's
Yeah.
a bug
Planet
world.
K.
All
Yeah,
right.
It's a bug planet.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, well, that was the super trouble on Clendathu. I'm talking about when they went to Planet B and
they're looking
found
for the brain bug.
the brain bug.
Yeah, the brain
So,
bug.
I mean, what? Honestly,
Just minding their own business.
Minding their own
playing
business.
in some bug holes.
So I would like to, if people don't believe what I'm preaching right now, why on Planet B? Why was there a outpost on Planet B that had a bunch of dead Marines on it? What was a outpost doing in that part of the planet?
Not smart.
Not smart. Use your brains. I know you will never make it to be a Space Marine. Not with a stupid idea like that. So I mean, come on, guys. Like, I mean, I'm just saying the comet that made its way all the way from one planet to another, and it might have hit Buenos Aires. Look, that could have happened to anything. First off, that's the cruiser that Carmen Electra was on. If she would have just took that.
It's not Carmen Electra.
Oh, that's not who it is?
No.
Oh, who is it?
Oh, dang it. Charlie Sheen's girlfriend.
Either way, the sexy chick, if they would have just.
Denise Richards.
Yes, Denise Richards.
If they would have just took that comet, that meteor on the chin and just killed themselves, the planet would have been fine. Huh? Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody's bringing up that stuff. I mean, come on, like let's just be real.
And then Gary Busey's son was in it.
Really?
Movie. Yeah, the blonde
the
dude.
violin player.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Gary Busey's son.
Really?
Yep, that is Robbie B. If we go down, like that's that guy.
Yeah, you can play the violin. I didn't know.
Oh no, I was talking about what's the other guy who's the psychic.
Doogie Howser?
Is that who it is? The psychic, like Robbie B is going to be in high command. You know, like
dressed like a commissar. That's pretty awesome.
I can get behind that.
Yep. So
go bug mom.
Yeah. So Evan is saying the old metal dreadnoughts could kill a man. Truth. Let me tell you, that was our running joke. First model I ever bought, first 40K model ever. Does anybody remember their first 40K model?
Yes.
Okay, I
got a Wraith Lord, a metal Wraith Lord, and I'm like,
okay, I had two of them. I called them the brothers. I love them.
Man killer.
The worst model ever because like legs, torso,
Swivel
this
thingy.
big. That's what you had to glue these two sections together. But was a Legion of the Damn Dreadnought.
Really?
And Legion of the Damn Landspeeder. The open top land.
Was it spelled for a baseball? And then they just
Yep.
So basically,
something.
we always laughed and joked. Like we were like, man, we could put this in a sock. You know, and yeah,
just steal my Coke in prison.
Yeah,
the homie
so,
sock.
What would you use? The game they sent me from Morel.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
Good luck putting it together without sharps.
So real quick, before we're going to touch on this a little bit more, and I promise the Q&A has blown up, and we're going to touch on that later on in the show on the podcast. So make sure you listen tomorrow, and or maybe Friday.
Ooh, guess who gets to make the podcast tonight?
Annie, Cat.
Yes.
Okay.
She will make a special appearance.
But before we get out of here, Greg, I did want to hit on a couple things with you. Yeah. I know that you guys last year and you guys also coming up in the future, if I'm not mistaken, in October, are running a escalation league.
Yes, absolutely. So
drop a little knowledge on us.
Every Thursday night we do tabletop miniature night, and it's been growing great at the new location. We've been doing monthly tournaments. We kicked that off. I've got somebody helping out a little bit on that side of the house. And so the 1st of October, we're kicking off our second escalation league. And the idea is to introduce players to the whole range of Warhammer 40K in the sense that you start off with some kill teams. We've modified it a little bit to keep it fun and flowing and as fair as possible, so that everybody can get down and enjoy. We've had to make a few modifications just because of
I made a mistake on that.
Some rules, overkill. It's no fun with a Space Marine on the table going up against a Necron Wraith.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, so we do a week of kill team. People get their games in throughout the week. I found the fair scoring system I could use. I use the Privateer Press scoring system. And we incorporate painting into it, and people build up their points. So it really makes it hard for a runaway league.
Nobody wants that.
Throughout the league, we'll do various things. We'll kick it off with a small tournament. We're doing a 1,000-point tournament, so people can get a taste of a tournament and get 3 matches in 4 hours. So you're still you're home in time for dinner that night.
We can go to dinner. Sweet.
and we'll do some team matches. Not a lot of guys are getting team battles in, and it's kind of a fun format when you synchronize your list together. And we also build it up to, a regular tournament format style, 1850. And we cap off the league with an apocalyptic battle at the end. So guys can get a taste of what Apocalypse is about. This time we're limiting it to 4,000 points per player, and we limit each guy to up to one super heavy so that it just doesn't become Warlord Titans. Here's both of mine. That's my army.
Yeah.
Pick up your army.
So what I love is and that was a great broad stroke of a lot of escalation leagues will only kind of conform to just, hey, look, we're going to start with a battle force and we're going to go, but what I love is that you have said, we're doing start to finish. You're going to start out with kill team models. We're talking like 2 guys. So everybody doesn't know what kill team, because that was a big, huge.
250 points is where we set it at.
Yeah. One of my favorite things playing with kill teams was whenever, when I would play, it was like 150 points, depending on whatever. I'd play 2 lictors. I'd play like 2 warriors and a lictor. I'd play, absolutely had so much fun with it. So you are coming to the game, coming to this escalation league per se, and saying that it is start out with as small as can be. And you are every week you're up and up. And then to the pinnacle of it, the highest point having a huge fantasy or apocalyptic battle. That is amazing. So, and this is something that hits home with us because we try to preach to everybody, and bringing the hobby back is getting players involved. The hobby is dead if nobody's involved. You know what I mean? So we can't just try to reel in the players that we have and try to bring old players back. We have to make sure that we get everybody else involved, new players and things. And Greg, that is great advice on don't even just maybe cornhole yourself into saying, oh, well, our escalation is buy a battle force from me.
Well, we got a couple, we got a couple of things. One, a lot of the focus on organized play is about tournaments, and tournaments are fun, but it's not necessarily a fun format for everybody. So the league is not built around just tournaments. And 2, we want to do some more with this. We want to do some narrative campaigns. I've heard a lot of great ideas. So we want to explore it a little bit and see, what else is out there besides just, I enjoy tournaments too, but we want to see what else is out there that keeps the hobby fun.
Yeah, I love it. So make sure, we hadn't brought it up in a couple weeks, and things like that, but we are always trying to make sure that we spread the hobby, we bring new players in and stuff like that. So, this is actually something we haven't actually even touched on, thinking about an escalation league or something like that. Seriously, starting from as small of 40K related events as in a kill team game as possible, all the way up to having it.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Well, once we get it finalized, maybe I can do a post about it, so maybe, you guys can take it to your game store. The fall and winter is a great time to run these things, maybe not past Thanksgiving because the holidays get all crazy and people are discombobulated. But, right now is a really good time to run stuff like this. And, maybe picking it back up in like February or so is always a good time as well. So those are the good times to run leagues and things like that. And the Korean dictator's taking a selfie of himself.
No, it's just questions for later. I'm going to do a quick rapid.
Selfie? Why not?
I should have.
It's research.
Yep. So we got a couple minutes left, and I want to do a rapid fire of stuff from the Q&A. Awesome. And Steve, actually, that's what I just snapped a picture of what that Blood Oath formation is. Right. So we can talk about that later on in the show. So I'm going to just look past you right now, but be a main topic of tonight's podcast. So we've got my first model Emperor saying my first model was a Warp Spider XRs back in 3rd edition. Oh my God, I can get behind Spider-Man. That. I had Eldar as well, and I love that model. I also have to skip down, and Sal's first model was a Metal Carnifex. The Silent Talon.
The biggest model in 40K.
Oh my gosh, that was my heat as well. I had one of those. Yes.
When did Nids hit the table?
From the beginning, they were in 2nd edition.
No,
really? They were in 2nd edition.
Yep. We had Gene Stealer Colt. That model was like revolutionary when it came.
So was 1st edition considered Rogue Trader? Because I have a friend who's got a copy of that.
It was like an RPG. Yeah, it really was.
So Lamont is chiming in saying, "What is the best way to kit out a Dread Knight? I need to get my sons put together so he can use it."
Nemesis Dread Knight?
Yep.
Oh,
Greg, what you got for us?
So 225 points. Nemesis Greatsword. heavy incinerator, and heavy side cannon, and the personal jump teleporter.
That's like everything.
Yes, that's it.
I mean, I like it.
The end.
Yeah, Lamont, just make sure. I know that you always do take your time and magnetize and throw. Like, it's cool because I know the arm guns can be thrown on and off. I'm a Cheapy McCheaperton from Cheaperville, and I like going personal teleporter and a heavy incinerator.
You don't have to magnetize the incinerator too, because it's got that little like whippy thing that they can lock into the arm too.
It's actually great technical terminology.
Whippy thing.
I like it.
Yeah,
I
use throw a lot of points into mine, but
I felt a disturbance
to be the beat sticks
in the. I felt a disturbance in the kitty cat force. I think they're getting into something they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Would you like me to go check?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna beat that ass here in a minute.
So
I'm gonna go save a cat.
Okay. Evan is coming in and saying that open your old 40K rule books. It has been the end time since 5th edition. Ooh, cold-blooded. I feel you. So we also have, I just want to make sure if there is somebody that I didn't get to tonight or shout out, please, we will. And actually, Black Tower Terrain, I wish I would have seen this earlier. There is a Game of Thrones drinking game.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to have to look this one up.
Sammy say winter's coming.
So, I love that. I don't know if that's a rule tonight.
Character dies.
Yeah, whenever an important character dies or when Tyrion does something clever, like I like it. I could, whenever somebody says winter is coming, when somebody refers to Jon Snow as Jon Snow instead of just John or Mr. Snow.
We got to know. It's 2 words. Dude.
Yeah, it's Jon Snow.
It's the bastard on the wall.
Yeah. So,
yeah, basically.
Well, this hours went by super quick.
Winter's coming.
Yes, and it is upon us now.
Literally.
Oh, we miss Kenny. Don't tell him that. We didn't say that.
But thanks for having me, guys. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, no problem.
Had a good time.
Well, we're gonna keep you for the podcast too. So
Great. More drinking. Woo!
Yay! All right. Well, I guess that's about it, guys, because you said so. So make sure you head out. Oh, public service announcement, real quick. If you're watching the battle reports over on the Long War, there is a lot of ads in them because it doesn't. It's not about money here.
And if you're watching them there, you're not a veteran. So let me just tell you how much I care.
But I care. So there's this new bug where when you watch them, it'll mute, and then you have to go back over and you have to hit play. Go into Chrome, clear your browser history forever from day one. It's in the little settings top right. It's very easy to get to. Google it. You can figure out how to do it. It's a bug. It's affecting a lot of people that upgraded Windows 10. So be aware of it. We've heard a couple of people complaining about it. I'm sorry. Can't control the Googles. They steal our clicks. But, unfortunately, it's making you guys work a little harder for it. So if you're out there and you're trying to watch our stuff and you can't because it's mutant, that's why. Just a public service announcement. I just wanted to get that out there. I've researched this issue extensively, and it is affecting a lot of people, not just on the Long War.
Keep America free.
That's right. If there's somebody I trust and believe when it comes to the technologies, it is Robbie B.
Mostly me. But if you're watching it on YouTube, you should be a veteran. So make sure you head on over to longwar.net. That's the home of the battle reports for exclusive content and early access videos. Become a veteran of the Long War today. Good night, guys.